Hey y'all, welcome back. Welcome back. I know it's been a long time, so I was like, let me just give y'all some delusional stories. So if you came here for that, welcome. Thank you guys so much for everybody who is still subscribed and still watch my videos, still holding on. Y'all know I'm sorry. I don't know how many times I can tell y'all sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. Life be just doing life stuff. Anyway, so since I'm telling y'all a story and it's been a long time since I've done this, I was like, my bag just moved over there, my Ulta bag. I don't know, I got a fan on up here. But anyway, since I haven't done it in so long, I was like, let me bust out some liquor. So I know it's probably a Tuesday or a Wednesday. I don't know what day y'all seen this. So it's either Tuesday or Wednesday, I don't know. So you gotta, whenever you get home, just take a shot with me. Bring it back, watch the video back, and then take a shot. So this is what we have here. This might be my thumbnail. So shout out to He Knows Who for putting me on. Boo. So I'm gonna take a shot with you guys. And then I'm gonna tell y'all these stories. So let me get this together. It might be fast, it might be slow. See, I'm busting it down right now. I feel like whiskey, and I've been feeling like whiskey for a minute. I have some Patron down there, y'all, and I have some Ciroc, but I was like, I kind of I want some whiskey, guys. So we're gonna take a shot, and then we're gonna get into this story of delusional Joe. Hey guys, this is a shot. So I'm gonna take this shot and then I'm gonna make me a drink and then we're gonna tell the story. So cheers to you guys for sticking with your girl. Oh shit, no chaser for that. I'm gonna make this little, pour that little, and we're just gonna sip a little bit because y'all, I'm not taking no more shots of that. We're gonna just sip on this. That shit, that put some fucking, I don't want no hair on your chest and shit. All right, guys. So I got my drink. I hope you get. It's been so long. I forgot what I'll be saying. Get your drink, get your snack, get your herbal essence, and come on back, and we're gonna tell this story. So come back. It's been a long time. Anyway, so guys, I was like, what? Y'all know I got so many stories of stuff that happened in my relationship. So I'm gonna tell y'all a time where I was delusional as fuck. Delusional enough to get engaged over the phone at 21. Delusional as hell to think that I was ready to have a child. Y'all didn't do it. It didn't happen. But this is just a story. You know, when you be young and you be really thinking your ass know what some fucking love is, your ass, you don't know what no damn love is. You don't know. I had no clue, no idea. I just was delusional. Okay, guys, this is a story. Now, I told y'all I was going to tell y'all a story about me being delusional and getting engaged and all this stuff at 21 and stuff like that. So let me bring you back a little bit. Let me bring y'all back. Okay, I was with my late husband since I met him at the age of 16, but we didn't start dating until I was 17 because he had this whole issue about me being 16. So we didn't start talking and then dating each other until I was 17. Okay. Before him, I was dating Ray. I made story times about Ray. He was my first everything. Okay. And then when I turned 22, I ended up talking back to Ray and we had a full relationship for about a year. And then I ended up going back to my late husband. Okay. And then at one point I was dating both of them at the same time and they knew about it. Okay. I just want to give y'all that little brief overview, okay? So back when my late husband was in the military, he lived in California, and then he lived in North Carolina. And before he went to California, we ended up breaking up because he said he didn't want to be in a relationship long distance. And I didn't want to hear that. I was like, I don't care, because I wanted him. I didn't want to be with nobody else. I was like, I just want to be with you. I don't care. And we still ended up breaking up, because one thing about it, when a man does not want to be with you and he tell you he don't want to be with you no more, and he not checking for you no more, and he not calling you, texting you, believe him when he say that to you. When he say he don't want nothing to do with you, believe him, because that's what he did. Until I did, I completely was like, okay, I was begging you, wanting you, and then he wasn't happening. He wasn't trying to talk to me. He wasn't trying to fuck with me, nothing. So then I was like, okay, I just moved on with my life. Then eventually he came back. When he came back, he moved from California to North Carolina. Then he ended up getting deployed. So when he came back from his deployment, in between that too, he used to call me from over there, from Afghanistan and Iraq. He used to call me a lot. Okay. In the mix of all of that, he went to school and all of this stuff. He met this girl, right? He met several girls. And I did not think that, because I was young and naive, I did not think that he was going to cheat on me or talk to other people, especially when he was like, he wanted us to be back together, long distance. Then he was telling me, I want you to move. I almost moved out there, but I ended up not moving. But I almost did, because one thing about me, guys, when I am in love, and it's only when I'm in love, I ain't been in love that many times. Only when I'm in love, I will jump off the ledge for my man. I will do whatever for my man if he my man. Now, if you ain't my man, you not even gonna get the best of me. you're not gonna get the best. You ain't gonna get the best of me. You gonna be like, she mean, she this, that. I've been told that I was mean before, and a little harsh, a little, frank. And this one guy was like, you're so blunt. And I was like, would you rather me lie to you? Would you rather me lie to you? I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, but if that's what you want me to do, I'll lie to you all day long. But I would rather be upfront. But either way, I do whatever for whoever. If I love them, I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna do whatever for the man that I love. So I was like, I wanted it to work. I wanted us to do, be together, whatever. So I was like, I'm going to move. So before this happened, I used to go visit him a lot. I used to go at least once either every 2 months or every 6 weeks or so. And I would stay for 10 days. I would do it often. Because one, it's long. That's some long distance shit. Like, we was states and states away. And then I like to be up under the person I'm with, and he was like that too. He wanted me to be right there, but I could only do so much. But the effort was put there. He was paying for me to fly out there and come see him. But like I said, prior to this, he was dealing with other people, and I did not know. So the first time I went out there to go visit, I'm gonna tell you about the times when I caught him. And it was just crazy, because intuition is a motherfucker. And women intuition, anybody intuition, discernment, all of that stuff, we all have it. It doesn't matter what gender you are. Your gut is going to tell you before anything else going to tell you. You're going to feel it. You're going to probably be questioning why I feel this, and why is this going on, and why I'm thinking this, or whatever. 9 times out of 10, it's something going on. And you probably going to find out if you get the digging. They be like, don't dig for something, because you're going to find something. I like to find something. If it's something there, I need to know about it. So I'm going to go figure it out, because that's the only way that I can rest. I will tell y'all a story about that in another time too. It's the only time that that I can feel like I'm at peace. So I went out there and it was a good trip. It was a good trip. Everything was fine. He left me in his barrack, and he used to, this was when Beyonce's album came out, B-Day came out. And I was playing that fucking album like crazy. So this is that time where like you can burn CDs from the computer. So if you don't know about that, you too young. You too young to be even over here. But this is the era when you could burn CDs from the computer. So I had burned the CD and I was playing it like crazy, right? So he left me in the barracks and I was listening to the song and I'm on his computer. This is MySpace days, all that stuff. I used to be on MySpace a lot. And he had his still up. And this is the time where I used to crack them codes, baby. When I tell y'all I could break into somebody's phone, I could break into your phone, I could figure out your code, I could figure out your voicemail code, I can figure out how to get in. When I told you certified hacker, I could hack into your computer. I don't know how now I can't do that shit because it's so advanced now and so much steps and, you know, so many different things now. But back in the day, I used to be able to do that because I used to hack into, this is how I found out the first time. I hacked into his phone and I heard a girl leave a voicemail on his phone. And I, of course, got the information because when they left the voicemail, it tell you the number and all of that. So I got all the stuff. I didn't say nothing. I sat on it. Didn't say a word. Just waiting and seeing what's going to happen. So I'm all the way in Houston. He all the way in North Carolina. And I would check his voicemail all the time. He did not know that I was checking it because, like I said, this is a time where, like, technology, of course, was not so advanced. Like right now, if you try to check a voicemail, you're going to see it on your phone, right? If somebody do it, it's gonna go away. So you're going to know, like, it's gone. But back in that time, it wasn't like that. It was completely different. So anyway, I seen it and I would just keep checking and I would keep hearing like this person calling him, telling him why he not answering the phone. I guess they got into a fight or whatever. She would be blowing up his phone, leaving more things, telling him to call. She would be asking him to call her back, like to talk to her, whatever. Because I guess they got into a little spat or whatever. So like I said, I would sit on it. I wouldn't say anything. So at this point, I had ended up coming out there. And when I came out there, this is when I meet all his, like, the guys that he worked with and the guys that's in his, what the frick is it? His Mew. I think that's what they call a Mew. That's in his thing. And all of them guys was like, they were like telling him like, she looked better than this other girl. And then I guess the person that's like over all of them, he would tell me all the time how pretty I was and that he better stay with me and he better do the right thing with me and da-da-da, like saying all this stuff to him. And I was like, why do you be saying this stuff to you? Like, who you brought over here? Like, he's like, I ain't bring nobody. I didn't bring no. And then one of his friends got drunk and then told me on accident, like, you know, just talking regular talk, just like he was talking to some girl and everybody thought she was ugly, but you pretty, like you prettier than like the prettiest thing we done seen him talk to, like da-da-da, like saying all this stuff. And I was like, what? So then one day, this is when I found out the girl that was calling the phone. One day I had his phone. I'm still out there. I used to stay out there for like 10 days and we're out and they're getting, when them military guys get together, they be getting fucking fucked up. It's like a frat house. I used to always say that, like, I mean, like these are frat guys, like they're 22, 23, 24, 21, like they're young and they done been into war and seen shit and came back, then they, you know, they done seen some stuff, because this is like 2004, 5, like it's back in that time like that. So they already done went and then went over there and fought and all that stuff. I told y'all he went over there. So they come back and like I said, they was out and they was getting like fucking drunk, like super drunk. Like the first thing they do when they get off, they go to the liquor store. Everybody go to the liquor store. They like get in cars, go to the liquor store. It's the weekend. They want to like have fun and go to bars, and we done did that too. We done went to the bars, we done bar hop, I done drove them and everything because I didn't drink back then. The girl calls the phone And I answered the phone because I had his cell phone. He's drunk, having fun with his friends. I got the phone. I answered the phone. I said, hello. The girl was like, hello. I'm like, yes. She's like, who is this? I said, who is this? Who is this? I said, I said his name. This is such and such girlfriend. She's like, girlfriend? I'm like, yes, girlfriend. Now, y'all, I could get real ignorant. I could get real ignorant and real nasty and real ugly and real, you know, I could get real out of pocket. I mean, when I say I'll drag you to hell, I can't, I will. But let me tell you something else. I don't just say stuff. I back up what I say. So I be saying stuff to antagonize because I be wanting to fight. And I just said it last night to my best friend's sister. I was telling her that I will say some stuff because I want you to fight me. Like, I will say the worst shit to you because I want you to come on and try to do it. Like, I want you to swing on me so I can fight you. And she was like, your ass is crazy. But now, like, and I was telling her this because I was telling her a story about me getting into it with a family member. And I was like, I was laughing at her and just laughing, and it was pissing her off. And I told her I was laughing because I knew it was making her mad. So I wanted her to say something so that she would, you know, say something so I could say, you know, I'm trying to antagonize her. That's what I was telling her. So I was like, I was doing it because I wanted to see if she was going to swing. And I told her, and I was going to finish it. And she was like, you're fucking crazy. So the girl was on the phone and I was saying stuff to her, and I was like, you know, I was antagonizing her. I'm saying, you know, this is girlfriend, da da da. He here with me. Like, what you want? Like, why you calling? What you blowing up the phone? Because she was calling, and I was looking at the phone, and the number, it's a number. It's not like it's saved. So I'm like, your number ain't even saved in the phone. And I'm like, who is you? And then she was like, telling me like, you're not his girlfriend, da da da. I've been there, da da da. And I'm like, okay, but I'm here right now. So are you gonna, you can pull up? But you can't pull up because you can't get in the barracks. You can't just come on the barracks. You can't do that. She's not in the military. So she's some random girl. So I'm like, you just a random, you know, I'm going through there saying little stuff, just pissing her off. And then I hung the phone up, and then she started calling back. And I was like, if you ain't going to pull up, you can stop calling. And then she was like asking me where he at. I was like, he doesn't want to talk to you. He doesn't need to talk to you. He's going to talk to me. Click, hang up the phone. So I was pissing her off. So then I go up to him, and I told y'all he's kind of messed up and drunk. So I'm like, I'm asking him like, who is so-and-so? And he's like, I don't talk to that girl. Like, he going through the whole like little rundown thing. Like, I don't talk to her. She don't know. I've been stopped talking to her. Da, da, da. She ain't nobody. Da, da, da. Going all through it. Like, the number ain't even in the phone. So that doesn't mean anything though. Because motherfucking command. This is the time where we used to remember phone numbers. You don't have to have the number in the motherfucking phone. You remember that number by heart. You know that goddamn number by heart. So you just took the number out for whatever reason, because he probably was like, she don't go through my phone. I wasn't going through phones back then. I was going through emails. I was going through MySpace. I was going through your voicemail. I was going, because there was no texting neither. Nobody was doing that texting shit. It was none of that. It was not, this was a different era. You had to go through other ways. They was doing it different ways. So I didn't have to do that. But I had his phone in my pocket, you know, and I answered it. And then I told the girl, if you can pull up, pull up. You want to see me, see me. Other than that, ain't no, and she wasn't black either. She was Hispanic. And that didn't matter to me. I don't give a fuck if you was whatever. You could be a goddamn alien. Pull up. But she didn't. And then I was just like, at the time, low-key, guys, low-key, I wasn't even angry or mad. I was more, now this other time that he cheated on me, I was more angry because I'm going to tell y'all why. This little girl, because I was like, this is a little girl. This ain't, and I was a little girl too. I'm over here calling somebody else a fucking little girl. That time when I caught him like talking to the girl, and I caught the what is it, the voicemails and her begging and stuff like that. I'm like, he don't want to talk to her because I know, first of all, I've been, at the time, I think I was with him for like 4 years at this time. So I already kind of like knew him. Then we done broke up, had fights, arguments. He done did shit to me here, all kind of stuff. So I already knew how he was. Like, I know, like, when he don't want to deal with you no more, like, he gonna cut it completely off. He not gonna fuck with you. Now, if he do, he'll slide his way back in. And then if that's what he do, that's what he do. But at that time, I knew he was like, he wasn't talking to her. He had me here. He had me there, whatever. So I wasn't really tripping off it. Now, this other time that he cheated on me, this other time, and I think I told y'all, I know I told y'all this story. I told y'all this story. This time, this girl, I was upset because one, he bought her stuff. He was paying for stuff for her. She had a kid. He was taking care of the kid. He bought her a fucking dog. And he was planning to go on a trip with this girl, but they didn't go on a trip the girl told me that it was because she was trying to get back with her ex or her baby daddy, whoever, I don't know, somebody else. Anyway, let me tell y'all this. I found out about the girl and I told y'all about it. I opened the drawer of that thing. So we ain't gonna talk about all of that stuff. We're gonna talk about after the fact. So we're gonna talk about after the military. After the military, he was in the military talking to her. And I know that he still was talking to her all the way, even after I found out about her. So after I found out about her, I found the book that they were sending to each other. I found out about the dog, the daughter, the gifts, the trips, all of the stuff, all the things, because this is the girl that everybody was saying that they met when they met me. They met her first. Then they met me. The reason why I was upset about this girl was because he had did all this stuff for this girl and barely did anything for me. Like, I didn't get no trip. I didn't get to get, he put a dog off of me. He didn't get me a dog. He got her a dog. Then she got a kid, and I don't have any children. We don't have any children together. Now, I mean, at the time we didn't have any children together, but she got a kid and you over here taking care of the kid like it's your kid. I just was confused about all of that. So I was more upset and hurt by that. So after he got out the military, he still was talking to the girl. And the only reason why I found out was because one day I was at his house. And I told you I was delusional. I was at his house and seen the phone. And I seen her name come across the phone. And I'm like, that can't be the one that I know. She has a unique name. I'm not even gonna say the girl name. She got a unique name. Nobody got her name, just like nobody got my name. If you saw my fucking name across your phone, because 9 times out of 10, guys don't call me Joe. I'll tell you this. The other day I met this guy and he asked me what my real name was. He was like, what's your real name? And I was like, Joelanda. I said Joelanda, not Jolanda. It's Joelanda. But everybody just say Joelanda. But I'm like, it's Joelanda. And he was like, I'm not calling you Joe. I'm not even calling you Jojo. I'm going to call you Joelanda. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm like, most guys don't do that. Don't like calling me Joe anyway. Because they be like, it's too much of a guy name. And I'm like, but my name is that, but it's fine. I'm like, that's fine. You don't got to call me that. Anyway, I was just saying, if you saw my name, nobody got my name. So my name is like a unique name. So 9 times out of 10, if I was with him and you knew that and he got my name in that phone, my real name, you already know he's still talking to me. So I was like, you still talking to her? So we got into this huge fucking fight. I'm talking about bad fight. Because this is what I did. Because I never told y'all this. I see the girl. He did all the stuff for the girl. And I get the phone and I call her. I done did this before. I done called, like, even when we was married, he was talking to some girl and I called the girl from my phone, from his phone. And I'll tell y'all what I said about that. We'll talk about that right after this. because that girl was scared. She was fucking scared. The girl, so I wasn't disrespectful to the girl because the girl did not know about me. So I had, she called and I took the phone and I ended up calling her back because he didn't pick up the phone. So I called her back and she didn't answer the phone on no babe type stuff. She was just like, hello. And then I said, hello. And then I said her name. I said, this is such and such. And she was like, yes. And who is this? And I told her who I was. And I told her that I'm his girlfriend and that I'm in Houston and that, like, what's going on, because I know y'all was talking to each other some years ago, and then she was telling me that she didn't know about me and she didn't want to cause any problems and no disrespect, but she was just like, you know, she was telling me about them, how they was, and da-da-da. That's how I found out a lot more information when I was finding out about him buying trips and flying her out. And she told me she went and visited him a few times out there and that she was thinking about coming to Houston and visiting him. And I was like, how the fuck is that gonna work? Because what you finna do with me? How you gonna get away with that? Like, how that's gonna work? But it didn't even get there because I bust all that shit out. Now, we got into a real bad fight because I called the girl and he heard me talking and he was yelling in the background, screaming, got the phone, told me, you know, what he told me. And we started going at it, like arguing real bad, like in each other's face, screaming, yelling, because I was just like, it's disrespectful because you have me here, but you still talking to her. And that was a long time ago. And you was begging and telling me that there's nothing with y'all. Y'all not together. Y'all never was together. It was nothing, da-da-da. And it was all the while, it was something because you still was talking to her. So we ended up fighting, like not physically fighting, but just arguing. We was arguing. It was very nasty. The words was nasty. It was very bad. We was saying some real mean stuff. I was saying stuff because he was saying stuff. So that doesn't justify it at all. But the fact that it was the defense for me, like, why are you getting defensive if it's nothing? See? Why are you getting mad if it's nothing? If it's not, the girl don't mean nothing, she ain't nothing. Why just say that? Don't start saying mean stuff to me because I caught you. So, but that's how it would be with us when we would fight and argue about infidelity. It would turn into something more of like a slandering me as my physical than talking about the issue. You see? Deflecting instead of talking about why you're talking to other people. And then as I'm saying this, when I started to change me, my appearance, the way I was, I started coming to my grown woman body. When I started coming to my grown woman body, when I started to change, when I started to do things to myself, it was like, you're doing it for men. You're doing it for attention. You're doing it for this. I'm not doing it for shit. I'm doing it because I like it and I want to do it. But that's what it was. It was, I want you to stay looking like this because I don't want nobody looking at you type stuff. That's what I was dealing with. But either way, the girl was telling me all that stuff. And then I just was like, I didn't yell at her. I didn't talk to her crazy. I didn't do nothing. I just listened to what she was telling me. She was a black girl. I was listening to what she was telling me and what she was saying. The only thing that she had that was different from me is that she had a big giant, her butt was way, like, I got a big butt right now. But at that time, my butt was not nowhere near big as it is now. Back then, her butt was like my butt is right now. Back then, she had a big giant ass. And I was like, that's why he talking to her. She got a big old ass. But it did nothing after that. We didn't talk. We had ended up breaking up, and we didn't talk. Me and him broke up, and it was because it was really nasty. Like, the stuff he was saying was so mean, so nasty, so rude, so unnecessary. Wasn't called for. It wasn't even necessary. It wasn't no need because it wasn't supposed to be no. Like, I'm not calling you names. I'm talking about why you talking to the girl and like what's going on. Why like that. But either way, nothing happened or nothing came from that. It just, I ended up talking back to him and getting back with him. But I was trying to tell y'all about, so I ended up getting back with him and talking back with him. And he, after that, no one else was in the picture for a long time until the girl from when he worked in the beginning. I think I told y'all the story about the girl that he used to work with, that he was friends with, and I don't believe in friends, guys having girls as friends. He ended up talking to her, and he was dating her for like a year, because I was dating Ray at the same time. So I was talking to Ray, and he was talking to the girl from back in that time, the Spanish girl from back in that time. And yeah. But let me tell y'all, this girl, that before he had passed away, he was talking to this girl. He was talking to this girl, and I found out because we got the same phone. Dumb. We got the same phone records. So he would always say something about me being on the phone, but I'm on the phone with my girlfriends, not no guy. I'm on the phone with my girlfriends. So it was this girl that worked at the job. It was this girl. And you know what? I'm finna make this another part. So if you watch this right here, tomorrow you're gonna see the next part, because I'm about to record it right now. Because the video already 26 minutes. Let me just record this next part so y'all can have 2 videos. So hold on, okay? We're gonna come right back. Go tomorrow. I'm gonna drop it at 10 a.m. So you're gonna see it, okay? All right. I'm gonna see y'all. Bye.